Okay, there we go.
This video, I'll be eating an apple.
And looks like you got some other food and stuff in here too.
Yep. Well, I'll have that later when we get to the Cambridge Center. Ready?
Yes, I am. I'm all seatbelt up. Thank you for grabbing the phone charger.
No problem. Can you put that other part in there if you're not using it? The drink holder section? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just so I know where it is.
Well, I've definitely cooled down.
Yep.
But I will be getting a shower when I get home.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We're going through the garage opening.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta hold on to this because this is a steep incline.
Yep. Most garages are underground. There's a school here, and there's also a branch of the Kitchener Public Library right over there. We've been to that one before, right?
Yeah, the Huron Heights.
Yeah, or Country Hills.
Country Hills. So yeah, you're very close to a library.
Mm-hmm. Also close to a gas station.
So so next time we do the Kitchener Public Library or Forest Heights, when I give you the DVDs, you can just drop them off.
Yeah, I've been doing that on a couple of occasions.
You can just drop them off at that library back there.
Mm-hmm.
You're also close to a Tim Hortons.
I am close to Tim Hortons and a bunch of other fast food places there. There's a pizza place, a chicken place.
Who's honking the horn?
I don't know, but it can't be at me because I can't really go back through the car that's right in front here. Probably at this guy.
Drivers are really stupid.
They sure are.
Oh, and here we come with a bump. Of course, going through the garage messed up the quality of the video.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Oh, we don't need this on anymore.
Sure.
Got anything exciting to talk about on the way to the Cambridge Center?
Nothing I can think of.
Have you been watching Daredevil season?
I haven't gotten to this episodes 2 and 3 though, because what I have been doing is I'm watching a 5-hour video, YouTube video on Stranger Things 5.
Oh, how's that been going?
Well, the guy who makes the video, I really like his channel, and I actually didn't mind Stranger Things 5 all that much, but a lot of people did not like it and did not like the ending. It's taken him 3 hours to go through the whole, to go through just the episodes, and he's just now getting to the end of the finale. And the points that he made are kind of hard to argue with. For example, did you end up watching Stranger Things 5?
No.
Okay. So, in my defense, number one, I was never a huge fan of Stranger Things. I was like, okay, everybody's watching it, so I guess I'll watch it. It's pretty cool to have the 80s nostalgia and be like, oh yeah, I remember that thing. I lived through that. He hasn't gone to the end where, you know what happens at the end of Stranger Things 5, right?
Joy kills Vecna.
Joyce. Not Joyce. Yes, but after that, Eleven supposedly sacrifices herself. Because the military is always going to keep coming after her and trying to catch her. So, he pointed out a few things, because we learn that Joyce and Hopper actually went to high school with Henry.
Vecna?
Yeah. But that doesn't make sense because of... he talks about their ages and how we know that Hopper fought in Vietnam. And if he says if you start with the dates of when he was drafted, we know that he was 18 when he was drafted, so it doesn't make sense that he and Henry would have been in the same high school together, along with Joyce. Because there's a scene where they're going through Vecna's mind. And he keeps on saying, a lot of people don't really think very hard about Stranger Things. I was like, yeah, you're right. I wasn't really thinking hard about Stranger Things. I kind of turned my brain off when watching it. if you start, he talks about how at one point they have to resurrect a Demogorgon using electricity, and you have to heat it up in order to resurrect it. Based on, like, there's a lot of really dumb stuff in season 5. I was like, okay, yeah, this is pretty silly, but like, it didn't really bother me as much as he did, because it's one of his favorite shows, so it really affected him when he saw all this dumb stuff happening. There's like Vecna's power goes.
I'm very glad Joyce got the final blow on Vecna.
Yeah, I know.
Because she was the one that suffered the most.
Yeah, it's true.
Because she had to watch all her love interests get killed.
Yeah, except for Hopper, who she ends up marrying.
Her first love interest was Bob.
Yeah, well, I mean, she always wanted to, like, she always had a thing for Hopper, but it never really happened.
Until it did happen.
Yeah.
We got Joyce and Hopper's wedding before GTA 6.
Yeah, that's right. And they talk about how Hopper goes through the same arc over and over again of him not being able to let go of Eleven and not letting Eleven grow up and be her own person. And he can't let her go because he's too scared about what happened to his first daughter. He does point out there were some really good parts of season 5. He talks about how how like Lucas gets like knocked down by a Demogorgon and he's able to like kick a Demogorgon, and I was like, yeah, he did. That shouldn't be the case. And then at one point, Vicky, who is Robin's love interest, like sends a message to Lucas, and then he points out how Nancy's mom gets like her throat slashed and her vocal cords messed up by a Demogorgon, and then in a couple of days she's back to normal. So he talks about how Vecna and all the characters in Stranger Things, like, no one is ever going to really die. Now, I actually thought they were going to kill Steve off. I really thought they were going to do it. But then Jonathan saves him, and then he says something like, and then he doesn't explain why Vecna has a lot less power than he does in season 4, where he's able to kind of like mess people up and kill them, but he never really does it. The Demogorgons really gets very stupid and slow when they come up against like a main character, because everybody's got plot armor. There are way too many characters. I'm like, yeah, okay, those are good points. So he's pointing out a bunch of stuff that I would have noticed if I had been a super fan of Stranger Things like he was. But the truth is, I was never that big of a fan of Stranger Things, so I didn't really notice all these things that were very stupid. But he's like, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. The video
Does Dustin and Susie reunite in season 5?
They don't. And Max's mom doesn't show back up, and then it was like Max comes out of her coma, and he says, "What happened to Max's mom?" And I said, "Yeah, that's a good point. Max's mom should be there when her daughter comes out of the coma. Where is she?" And he was pointing out how how Nancy and Mike's dad Ted Wheeler is kind of useless. He gets kind of knocked out by the Demogorgon, and we don't really see him again, or we kind of do at one point. And it's like they couldn't kill off Ted Wheeler, no. Because Ted is kind of a useless character. I think a lot they wanted to see, but I was kind of thinking to myself, no, there's only going to be one big death per season. There was the fact there were two. There was Callie, who was Elle's sister, Eleven's sister, and Eleven herself. Those were the two big deaths.
Well, if you're not including Vecna.
Well, okay, but he was the villain, so like a lot of villains get killed. Talking about like one of the villains from the main cast. So yeah, he has pointed out made a lot of really good points, and I don't really disagree with any of them. It's just kind of like I look at Stranger Things the way I look at Harry Potter. It's good. It's just not something that I'm gonna get really mad about if there's an obvious plot hole. And I'm like, yeah, I completely forgot about that.
And speaking of Harry Potter, there's that new television series.
Yeah, that looks terrible. I'm not even gonna bother looking at it. We don't need another Harry Potter series. We really don't. It's not going to be any better or worse than the other one.
They recast Severus Snape into a black guy.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
And Nick Frost as Hagrid.
I mean, I don't think he's going to make it that bad of a Hagrid. I don't see the point of doing this again. Are they going to do it again like every 20 years or something? The first bunch of movies are okay.
The reason why they're doing the television series, because a lot of stuff that were in the books didn't make it into the movies.
Okay, but that's because the books are massive. You can't, especially once you start with book 4. Have you seen like The Prisoner of Azkaban or have you seen The Goblet of Fire or The Order of the Phoenix?
No.
The books are thicker than your head. If you, I know it's not going to be open today, but if you want, we can go to the mall at some point and I can show you the Indigo exactly how big of a book's like it. But the books were average, decent size for 1, 2, 3. But then when book 4 hit, she turned it into like all this epic stuff, and then she started making all these like weird retcons and stuff. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of J.K. Rowling herself. I don't really think she's that great of an author.
What is the worst Harry Potter book that you have read?
Honestly, I read the books once, I watched the movies once, and that's it. I'm gonna guess maybe, I think the second one, because I think it's the least memorable. Like all four, the seventh one is obviously the big climax. The sixth, Snape kills Dumbledore, and that became a big meme. The fifth is the Order of the Phoenix, which actually is like when they start to really fight back against Voldemort instead of him being the villain of the week.
Voldemort, Voldemort, ooh, Voldy, 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 Voldemort.
The fourth one is where it hit epic status. The third one is Prisoner of Azkaban, which I think is the darkest one. Pretty cool. The first one is when it got started and has a lot of the iconic things. The second one, it's kind of there.
Is that the same? Is that the same with the movies?
No, I don't even really remember a lot of the movies. They kind of just blur together. I don't really need to watch this again. I never was that big of a fan of Harry Potter. I had a girlfriend once who was a huge fan of Harry Potter, and she was really sad when I told her that Snape kills Dumbledore.
Out of all the Twilight movies, which one's the worst one?
Oh, that's very hard to say. I never saw the third one. I don't even remember if I seen the second one, so I'm gonna have to say the first one. I don't know which one. I don't even remember what the titles of them are called.
What about the 50 Shades of Grey?
I've never seen any of the 50 Shades of Grey movies. Read the book. It's just like not for me. Sorry.
We all know your worst movie ever. That's Yoga Hosers.
Yeah, that is the worst movie ever. It's got to be very, very hard to top that. To bottom that. Like, I don't know if you could say top that movie.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, fuck Kevin Smith. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't watch anything of his anymore ever again. Like, I knew he was getting worse and worse, but now it's just like, forget it. Even Tim Burton is better than him. Tim Burton is kind of like run out of ideas completely.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
Wonderbar!
Terrible. Just awful.
I'm sorry I made you watch it, Josh.
You didn't make me watch it. I wanted to watch it. I wanted to see what it was all about. So I was like, wow, a Kevin Smith movie that's actually set in Canada. I wonder what that's supposed to be about.
And you were sadly disappointed.
No, I knew it wasn't going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
That makes The Last Jedi look awesome.
No, it doesn't make The Last Jedi look awesome. I don't like The Last Jedi. But I can definitely say The Last Jedi is a better movie than Yoga Hosers.
Can you say the same thing for Ferris Bueller?
Yes, I can definitely say that Ferris Bueller is a better movie than Yoga Hosers. Okay.
What? Oh boy. This is interesting.
Well, I'm just honestly trying. There's something I have to buy at Home Depot, but I don't know if it's open today. I can't see if it is. Can't see from there. I thought I would be able to see if there was something in the parking lot.
I'm keeping an eye out. Nothing hit us. Okay, we're good.
No, nothing's gonna hit us on the right side. I can see in the mirror.
Looks like it was open.
Okay.
Do we have time?
Yes, we do. I'm just gonna go see if it's open. We have enough time to make it down to
The Cambridge Center?
Cambridge Center, no problem.
Okay.
Just gonna go see if it's in there. I'll be right back out. We should have definitely enough time to make it there before the previews.
And Nostra did pick the 1:40 p.m. showing, right?
She did.
Come on, light.
It's okay. It's changing. You have to wait for these cars to move.
Who is better, Tom Green or Kevin Smith?
Definitely Tom Green.
Okay, Seth MacFarlane or Tom Green?
Definitely Seth MacFarlane.
Okay. Jared Leto or Tom Green?
That's a tough one. Jared Leto has been in some good movies. Tom Green has not been in any good movies, so I'm gonna give it to Jared Leto.
Okay. Jared Leto's Morbius or Jared Leto's Skeletor?
Well, I haven't seen. I can't make that judgment because I haven't seen.
Based on the trailer.
I don't think I can make that call. Is it open?
I see lights on.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave the car on.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
That.
Something just flew out.
That's okay. I'll get it.
Okay, everyone. Josh is now heading into Home Depot to pick up something. So yeah, let me take off my seatbelt. Yep, this is my Kitchener Rangers T-shirt that I got, that my mom won during the hockey raffle last Friday. Let's take a look and see what my battery percentage is. 49%. Yes, I just farted, and yes, it does stink. And no TMI. You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it. Yep, that's Jared Leto's Skeletor, everyone. Not good. You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it. Why do I keep farting? That I do not understand. Oh, here comes Josh. Verdict?
The garden center was open. I thought they would have it, but they didn't.
So, off to the Cambridge Center.
Yep.
After a quick detour to Home Depot.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's fine, Josh. What do you think is going to be the best part about the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
I don't know. It's going to be pretty chaotic, I think.
Only time will tell. Do you like the new design of Canadian Tire?
It's okay. It still looks like the same thing it always looks like. After walking around outside, I feel warm again.
Yeah, because the outside temperature is 22. I would have been dying if I was in pants.
I'm not dying. It's just a little warm, that's all.
Conestoga Boulevard. That's an interesting name for a road.
Yep.
I still cannot believe people think that you're Leonard from The Big Bang Theory. And that you sound like Sheldon.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
I don't think you look like Leonard at all.
Oh, I know. I don't think I look like him either.
I know you can be very stupid.
Sorry.
I know people saying that can get you really annoyed.
No, it just doesn't work, that's all.
The next time you'll see me, I will probably won't have the facial hair anymore.
Oh, okay.
So this other guy that you see, is he younger or older than me?
I don't know how old he is. I've never asked him. You have to understand that it's very hard to to talk to some people. They don't really answer it with anything other than like yeah or no. They answer in one word.
Well, obviously right now we're 10 years apart.
Yeah.
But when November comes, you'll be older than me by a couple of weeks.
Yes. It's true. There's the mall.
And it's always after Remembrance Day that the Christmas music starts.
That's right.
Which I know you hate.
Well, I don't hate it. It just gets to be very annoying after a while.
And also this. It's time!
I don't actually have to hear that at work. I have to actually go looking for that.
I wonder what this year's It's Time's gonna be.
I have no idea. There isn't much else she can do. She's already got it up to
What's your thoughts on Mariah Carey?
I never was that big of a fan of her. Just like, whatever.
Jennifer Lopez.
I thought she was really overrated. I did. I never really thought that she was all that great.
Celine Dion.
I mean, I understand why people like her, but I've never been a big fan of her. I always thought she was a little silly with with hitting her chest with "My heart will go on." Does she forget that her heart is in her chest, or is she showing us? Okay, let's find us a
Parking spot.
yeah. There's a lot of spots over there, so let's go over there.
Okay. So how many embarrassments are we going to be doing after the movie?
All of them.
No, I meant how many in total?
Oh, I have to count. What is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 6, 7, and 11. So 24 embarrassments in total.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right, are you ready to go in?
Just about.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, wait, I gotta get the windows. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. We'll turn this on.